Thank you everyone for joining our next session, which is on transforming authoring experience in XM Cloud using marketplace custom fields, which will be presented by Sumit Bhatia, who is three-time Sitecore MVP and is at technical architect position. Hoping for an insightful session. Over to you, Sumit.
Thank you so much, Arjun, and thank you so much, everyone, for joining this session. Uh, Good evening, and today I'm going to talk about Sitecore Marketplace and a working example of custom field in Sitecore XM Cloud using the Marketplace app. So, as you've seen, lots of articles using Marketplace. It's a very new concept and very helpful for a user. Those or the apps, those want some kind of modification or customization in Sitecore, but as you know, that Sitecore XM Cloud does not recommend you to do some customization. So, Sitecore Marketplace is a platform that helps us extend and enhance Sitecore without changing its core system. The marketplace allows organization developers and users to build, share, and use apps that add new features to Sitecore. So you can assume that it's kind of a app store in Sitecore, but specifically for only for this CMS uh, with digital experience product. So before going into further details, let me introduce myself. So I'm Sumit Bhatia. I'm a Sitecore certified developer and three-time Sitecore Technology MVP, having more than 15 years of experience in mainly in .NET and in Sitecore. I'm working from last 7 years. So I'm working as a Sitecore architect in Altudo, and I am Sitecore 8.2, 9, 10 Maximum Cloud CDP and Westline certified developer. These are my community profiles. So if you want to see my, you want to read my blog, so you refer to this link. So you'll find all the useful blogs. And along with the blogs, I try to create the GitHub repository for user to get the whole source code, so you can get it from this GitHub repo. These are my LinkedIn and Twitter. You can always find me available and sharing useful code for Sitecore, and you can reach out to me anytime on these channels, as well as on Sitecore on the Slack as well. This is my Sitecore Exchange profile, so I try to answer almost more than 400 questions over there, having uh, good reputation points over there, so you can find useful answers over there as well. And this is my YouTube channel. I try to capture the video. Those I find that because sometimes we don't have much context for the beginners. Those are new to Sitecore. For those, I try to record the YouTube videos for the customization, and for the blogs, those I try to write for the customization and other things of Sitecore. And this is Sitecore community profile, so you can find me there as well. All right, so here's the agenda for today's workshop. I will start with a quick introduction to what the marketplace is and how it helps extend Sitecore capabilities. Then I will cover the benefits of using these apps like faster development and easier integration. I will share a few app ideas that can simplify everyday tasks, like few example of that you can have as an app in your Sitecore app store, and you can use those apps in any of the projects that you are working or maybe in future. And we'll also look at the type of apps available. So right now we have custom and public, but initially public was not introduced, but after the launch of Sitecore AI, it is being introduced. So we'll check that as well. Then we'll see the workflow of building apps, like what the things to consider while building your own app. And we'll see the steps to create the marketplace apps. Those are very simple, but I will show you how to do that. And finally, I'll walk you through an example app showing how a custom field can be created and used in Sitecore. Okay, so this is the introduction of Sitecore Marketplace. So Sitecore Marketplace is a central hub where we can build, share, and use applications that extend the capability of Sitecore products. It allows developers and organizations to easily integrate new functionality without uh, without starting from scratch. So, I mean, you can create whatever apps you want in your Next.js app. Before using any app, we need to authorize our program. We need to authorize our organization. So this steps ensure that the app is securely connected and approved for installation within our Sitecore environment. So as a cloud organization, if you are an admin, you are an owner, you can manage the installation of these marketplace apps. Those are available in your organization, and you can control which organization user have access to which app. So you can control that as well. Once you authorize, you can install the app directly for the organization with just few clicks. And these marketplace apps helps us enhance our daily work, whether it's improving content management or automatic workflows or adding new creative tools. So these make Sitecore even more powerful and efficient. Benefits of using and building marketplace apps. So using and building apps on Sitecore Marketplace comes with a several great benefits for you. So first, you can add brand new capabilities to your Sitecore environment, like things those are not available out of the box. You can easily create them using these apps. It allows you to customize Sitecore for your own business needs, whether it's a new integration workflow or UI enhancement or something else, whether you are working on a project and there is a specific needs for the client that is not present in Sitecore XM Cloud, but yeah, you can try to achieve that using that marketplace apps. So what really powerful is that you can do all these without touching or conflicting with the Sitecore internal code. So your customization remain unstable, and if Sitecore XMC upgrades in future, so it will not impact your app anymore. And finally, marketplace apps are built using modern JavaScript and TypeScript frameworks. So as I said that you can use Next.js and other framework as well. It gives developers to the flexibility to create fast, scalable, and user-friendly solutions. Now, what to build as a developer? So this is about the app idea. So as a developer, the first question is what kind of app should I build for Sitecore Marketplace? So your think about that your app should solve real-time problems for Sitecore users and and your organizations. So before you start coding, think clearly what challenges your app will fix and how it will help your team or your client that for that you are creating your XM Cloud project. So you can begin by checking your organization needs or get inspired by some ideas. Some of these ideas, like you can create AI tools that suggest image, alt text, or improve content. You can create a AI powered assistant or workflow to automate the task. You can create a content transfer service between XM Cloud environment, translations, plugins to manage multi-language content, web analytics integrations for tracking performance, some kind of SEO tools to improve search ranking, or custom field controls like color picker, icon libraries, or as I said that I'll show you the example of a custom field. So these kind of app you can create using this marketplace. So now there are two types of apps available. In the early phase, only organization admins and owners can create apps. So this was for the custom apps, but right now, initially, I mean, the before the launching of Sitecore AI, we were not able to create uh, the apps. Those can be available for the public. So now you can create your custom app. Those are applicable only for your organization, and you can create the public app. Those you can see they will be listed on Sitecore for other users as well. Those can use your apps if it is perfectly fine for others. Okay, so this is a workflow of building apps. So the first step is to decide what to build. So usually your organization specific needs will guide this decision. Maybe there is a workflow you can simplify or a feature you can extend in Sitecore. If you are not sure what to build, so what you can do is you can explore the marketplace channel or see the marketplace Sitecore Marketplace for the inspiration. Like you will find many of the creative ideas over there, and using those ideas, you can just try to enhance those ideas, or you can build your own app over there. So next is plan your app. So understand your users' need, define the key features, and decide how your app will work within Sitecore. So this is also the stage where you will choose your app architecture, the authorization method, and where it will appear in Sitecore interface, because that is most important. You want to show that app in the content editor. You want to show that app in Sitecore. Uh, Sorry, on the Sitecore. Uh, on the Sitecore dashboard or wherever you want to show that app. So this is something you can decide. So once you have a plan, like what you need to implement, it's time to design your app. So you will see the steps there, steps in later slides, how to integrate the app. Then create your app in the Sitecore Cloud portal. So once you are done with the Next.js side or your front end side, while you have done with your code, you need to register your app in Sitecore XM Cloud environment, and then you need to provide uh, few parameters over there to register your app in Sitecore XMC. So after that, you move to build your app. I mean, but we have already built. There are two steps. There are the steps. Either you build your app first, or either you build your app on Marketplace. It's up to you. And finally, prepare to make your app available. So what you need to do, you need to allow this marketplace apps to be installed on multiple environments. So once your app is ready, there is a button you can install that app, and you can choose the environment wherever you want to add that. Now, let's quickly walk through the basic steps for creating marketplace apps. Then we'll see the practical example. So the first step is to register. This is where you set up your app in Sitecore Cloud Portal. It's like creating your app identify identity, so Sitecore can recognize it. Next, we configure and activate. Here's your defined permission, set up authentication, and make sure your app can communicate properly within Sitecore. Then it's time to install. Once your app is configured, you install it within your Sitecore environment, so it's ready for development or testing. After that, we build. This is where actual development happens. You write the code, integrate some API if you want to get some third-party API, get the data, or you want to bring your own app functionality that can help your client or your organization as well. And finally, the finished configuration. So this step is about fine-tuning, adding environment details, validating connections, and explore your apps works smoothly end to end. Before we go to the practical example, so here are some useful resources you can explore, learn more about the Marketplace app, because when I started learning, I found these are the very useful channels. So the Sitecore Cloud Portal is your main entry point. So you can just learn, create, register, and manage your app in the cloud. Next, check out the developer Sitecore uh, developer documentation or Sitecore websites, or it includes getting started kit for marketplace apps. Very easy apps you can find over there. And there is a YouTube channel as well in Sitecore where you can see the entire playlist of like the marketing and SEO tutorials. And finally, the quick start guides. Uh, so these cover the practical topics like initializing the SDK and getting or setting the custom fields values over there. And so these are the document that you can just refer to start creating your own app. So we'll see the example of app as a custom field. So before going into the practical session, let me give you the introduction what we are going to build today. So we are going to create a custom field for fetching location data. So this in my current project that I'm working, there was a requirement because that was a migration project. So their client wants, so the main goal for this implementation was to bring data from an external system of or API into Sitecore XM Cloud. So we wanted to create a custom feed that could fetch live data from a third-party API and display it directly inside the Sitecore interface. Because it was created in their old Sitecore XM environment using a custom field, where a user will create a page in Sitecore and use this custom field that that is the autocomplete to get the location from an API and choose one location from the autocomplete. And when they choose the location, the field will auto-populate using the API response, auto-populate all the fields using the API response. This will help content author access the external information without leaving Sitecore and improve both efficiency and user experience. So I'll show you how we can do that, how I try to build that. And next is the compatibility with Sitecore XM Cloud. So since Sitecore XM Cloud is a fully managed and cloud-based platform, so we cannot deploy a custom feed directly into it like we do have the traditional Sitecore XP or XM setups. So the solution needs to be cloud friendly, meaning it had to work through the Sitecore Marketplace app model or through a single service that integrate via an API. So that way it remained lightweight, scalable, and future-proof for SM Cloud. Like we are not touching anything SM Cloud. Everything is on in our Next.js side. But yes, we created an marketplace app that is installed in Sitecore and that will not impact anything inside SM Cloud. So and then is a as I said that there is a third-party API. So where we try to get the data. So I'll show you how we integrate that API as well, and finally how it looks. So once the integrate is in place, the data appear directly inside the custom feed inside code, just like any other feed inside code. So you'll see that it's a part of Sitecore, but it is not. It's a separate API, separate app, and you will see that the content author will see that yeah, this is the part of Sitecore XM Cloud. So content author could see external data, select the options, or even trigger updates depending on the feed that was configured. So let's get started, and then we'll finally go to the question and answer. Let me stop the recording here and let me share everything. Let me know if you are able to see my screen again.
Yes.
Yes, we can.
See the this
Yeah, VS Code.
app
I
builder
see the
VS
VS
Code.
Code.
Okay. Okay. So before going into Sitecore SM Cloud, I will start with the code, how we need to implement that. So this is a very simple thing. Let me show you. And if you are working already in Sitecore with Next.js, you will get it. You will get it easily how this working. So there are three things that you keep in mind. First is the hook. So this is a use marketplace client hook. So once you will start reading the Sitecore XM Cloud Sitecore Marketplace documentation, so you will find that this hooks comes with that is a Sitecore Marketplace SDK client. So you need to implement that. You need to install that Sitecore Client SDK, and there this webhook is responsible for getting the client data, getting the current page ID, saving the data in Sitecore field. I will show you how to saving the data in Sitecore field, and everything. This is responsible for to show you that if you are getting any kind of error or any kind of notification, you can grab it from here. So this is the out of the box. So you just copy paste and put it here, and this will be helpful for creating your app. Then I have created a page called page.tss under location fetcher page.tss. So here, what I'm trying to do is let me give you some context of that one. I created a one page where I have added a mock data. So as I said that we are using a third-party API, but that was a client third-party API, so I'm not able to show you here. So what I did is I created a mock data, but you can get these same kind of data, whatever API you are using. In my API, I got this kind of value from a third-party source. Let's go to N. So this is HTML implementation where starting from here is I created an input field and it will be autocomplete. This is a loading feature. If you are fetching data from the third party, you will see so if there is some kind of delay, you will see a loading over there. And then filter locations. So whatever you're typing as a autocomplete, so it will give you the filter location and it will map that location into your autocomplete. Then if there is no location found, then it will show a message that there are no location found over there. So this is a integration that I required for my application, but this is a sample. So whatever you want, whatever you need in your XM Cloud, you can just create a page over there, write your code, XJS code, and try to build your own app. There are some small functions like uh, when the location is changed or I select any location, so it will call the update field. So I will also show you there is a content API, Sitecore content API, where it is updating the value in Sitecore using this marketplace app. That can be helpful as well if you want to update something in Sitecore using Next.js. So you can follow the same example as well. This is a client, as I said, that Hoop is handling for all the clients information over there. If you want to get the page ID, you can get it from the client as well. And if you want to save that value into the Sitecore field. So using this, you will be able to save that. Like I'm setting the location ID into the custom field that I created, and using that field, I will be able to fetch the data using the API and save all the fields values over there. And this ID I'm saving in my custom field because there is a requirement in our project. Using that ID, I will be able to fetch all the details from that page. So that's why I am just saving that ID into my custom field. So this client.set value will do that. Go to above. There is a handle search function. So uh, when you are adding something, typing something, it will call the function fetch locations, and the fetch location is a third-party API call that will get the data using the third party and will uh, show you the data using that. But as I said that I'm not showing you how what is the third party API because that was a client API. So I just added a mock data here. And finally, the update fields. So the update field is a kind of API call. For that, I have created an API of update Sitecore field over here. This one. Uh, yes, this one. And using that update Sitecore field, it is going to update the field value in Sitecore fields of that page. So I'm passing the data fetched from the API, passing into here. And what I'm doing is I am uh, calling this Sitecore Cloud.io to get the token from the Sitecore XM Cloud. So for that, to get the token, I need to pass the client ID, client secret that you can easily create in your Sitecore environment. And using that, I'm getting the token. So if I get the token, using the mutations, or you can say a content API in Sitecore, I'm calling the mutation function to update the item. This is a GraphQL query, but I have written into Next.js using this way to update the values using the GraphQL or content API, you can say here. So this is about the code. I mean, I have also written for the blog for this one. I created a video as well for this one, and also I have shared a GitHub repository where you can download that repository, the same one, and try to just learn what I have written over there, and you can modify that as per your needs, whatever app you want to create. But try with very simple one, and then you will get in context that yeah, this is working, and then you can enhance that app as per your client needs or whatever you want. Now coming back to Sitecore XM Cloud. So how we are dealing with that one. So this is my XM Cloud environment. So you can see over there, this is a marketplace apps and app studio. Let's go to this app studio and try to create a new app. Okay. So if you go to this app studio, there are lots of app I've already created, but you can create your own app using this create app button. So if I create app, so as I showed you earlier, there are two types of app available: custom. So the app will be available in your current organization, and public. If you see that this is a very good app helping the community, so you can make this app as a public for marketplace, and it will be available for other apps as well, other users as well. So I am giving this name as a uh, search app demo and try to add a custom app. So now your app is created. You can see at the backend. Now it's time to configure your app. Before that, let me run this app from here using npm run tab. The app that you are going to create should be hosted on your hosting server. Like I'm using here is Vercel. So it should be hosted in Vercel. But right now, don't worry if you don't have any Vercel account or you are working it locally. So you can work directly with the local host. You don't need to install it over there. But in future, if you're working in an app, whatever you have done, you need to upload that, you need to host that in Vercel. And from there, you will get the public URL of your app. And that URL, you need to put it here, deployment URL. So we don't have the Vercel. That's why our deployment app URL is localhost 3000. And if I try to run this localhost 3000 and try to access my page, that is the location fetcher, So you will be able to debug or you will be able to see the functionality, how it's working. So you can see that this is the search location, this is autocomplete. I can type anything and it will show me the result. So what coming back to Sitecore, I have added a localhost 3000 here. Let me correct that one. On the right hand side here, you will see an activate button. Right now, you are not able to activate because there are few parameters that you need to provide while building your app. So this is the extension points and app logo URL. So this is my extension point. So I am adding a route for custom fields. There are other things as well, standalone, full screen, dashboard widgets. If you want to make it a dashboard widgets, page context, page builder level on the left hand side, you can choose this option. But we are creating a custom field for the page builder. That's why I'm choosing this one. Here, you need to provide the URL. So what is our URL is location fetcher. So let me add that location fetcher and save that one. Now, one last thing that is remaining is the app logo. So I have one app logo here. This is a public logo, but you can enter your app logo and correct that one. And now it's time to activate that app. So you'll see when I click on the activate, it is allowing you to activate. But before that, you can see there is a app ID that is generated here. This is the app ID that is very unique, and this is responsible for you to understand your field where it will get your app for there because this is a you can say this is a unique identifier for your app. So let me activate this one, okay, and we'll see the app ID later. But go to the apps here. So now what I said that if you are an admin, you are you will be able to see this panel, and here you will be able to install app, and you will provide where you want this app. Like if you click on install, you can see lots of environments here. Like there are lots of demo environment. This is our organization one, and where I want to install that app. For example, this is my custom, you can see a test application. So I want to install into this one. So here I can click install, and it will be installed here. I already have that app installed over there, so that's why I'm not going to install. But once you install that, it will show you the installation option. One more thing is that you consider in mind is here if you go to your app and if you try to update anything in future and see if it's not reflecting on your app in your page editor because there can be thing after updating this one you go to your marketplace and sorry go to your apps and you will see an update button instead of install button. I mean, after installing, there will be update button. Once you will update that, then your changes will be reflected in your environment. So one more thing is like you have done whatever. I mean, when I was working on that, there was one. This is the step that I forgot because I created the app and it was visible in my environment, but I was not able to access that because it was not installed properly in my environment. So you have to install that from the install button, choose the environment that you want, and you need to install it. And after that, it will start working. So now your app is ready. You have configured it properly. You have given the proper endpoints to your app, your page name as well, the app logo as well, and the app ID that I showed you that will be identifier for this app. So what you need to do is, and what was our intention for this to create this app is to create a custom field in Sitecore. So there are two ways to add the custom field. Either you want to add that field in your page level, or you want to add that field in your data source level. In my requirement, I need this on the page level because what I want a content author is go to create a page and go to that custom field, search for location using the third party, select the location, and it will get the data using the API and auto-populate all the fields in your page. So if uh, this is because in our page there are more than 40 fields. So the client does not want the user to fill each and every field. He just provide an option to get the data and fill all the 40 fields using a one go. So just select your location and fill everything, and you don't need to select in future. I mean, you don't need to select anything manually. So this is the great functionality for content author, and that is why he recommended us to do the same functionality because it was in their Sitecore XP environment. So this was achieved by this marketplace app. So let me show you an example how it's working. Before that, we need to create the custom field. So to create the custom field, let me go to this Sitecore, my test organization, open that app, and I need to go to content editor. So I just want this on a blank page that is this one. So I created a blank page over there. So if I go to the template, here you can see that I have created a new field. This is a custom field, and in the type you will see a marketplace types. This is new in your Sitecore XMC. It's called plugin. So you need to select this plugin, and this is the app ID that is identified that I showed you earlier. So every app has a unique ID, and that will be your identifier for your app that understands Sitecore to identify which app we need. It need which app need to be visible on which custom feed. So I have just placed that ID, and you can find the ID on the top right of the your marketplace app. Now, let's see the practical example on how it looks on page editor. Okay. Now let me create a new blank page that I said that I have added that custom field in my blank page. So I have created a new blank page here and select that one, name it app demo. And as I said that I have added on the page level. So I'll show you how it looks on the page. But if you have that on the data source level, so you will need to select any kind of data source. And on the right hand side, you will see a data source. Your sorry, the you need to select a component over here. And on the right hand side, you will select the data source of that component. And there you can also create your custom field. But in our requirement, we have on the page level. So let me open the page content here and let me find where that app was. Yeah, here it is. So under the data, I created a custom app as a name, and you will see an icon like this one. If you are not able to see the open app icon, there is an issue with your app because you have not installed that app properly, or you forgot to install that app in your environments. Like for this BSW, I have added this. I've installed that app, so that's why it's showing here. So now let's see how it functions. Let me click on the open app button. So you can see the same interface that is like this one. Okay. And try to search something. So let me check what mock data I have. So I have this urgent care. So let me try. So you can see that autocomplete is working. And if I select one thing, one value, it will automatically closed, and you see that as I showed you earlier in my code that I am using the client, I am going to get the value and save into this field because this value is being used in multiple places, and whatever value, I mean, using the client dot set value, you can set whatever value you have over here. Also, it performed the update function. Right now, it is not showing because we don't have a refresh functionality right now in here to refresh the content of the page. But let's you see that we don't we have a tab demo category is nothing, content is nothing, intro text is nothing. But it has updated. So let me show you. Let me refresh the page. Go to this content as and coming back to app again. You can see that it updated the title, it updated the category, updated the example link, is updated the intro text I have not added. So this update function is working properly. So now this is the app. I save the location ID, and using this ID, I can do multiple operations. That was the requirement of my app. But yes, this was the kind of example that is very simple. That you just write your code in Next.js, install your app in Sitecore Marketplace, activate that app using the installation, and try to use that app, and it should work properly. So that is all about for showing you the custom app in Sitecore using the Sitecore Marketplace. And if you have any question, please let me know.
Thank you, Sumit.
Sumit, I have one question. So,
Yes.
so you're updating the title. So when you select the your app, right? So after the
Mhm.
location, so based on the location, the title and other fields are getting updated. That you're saying?
Yes.
So okay. So based on the location, so what, how you means which content you have to populate? That how you come to know? Means the title should be this one or anything. So that's the
No,
location.
yeah, that's, I mean, when I try to create the page, it automatically add the name of the page into the title. But it's my environment. There are only three fields here that I show you as a test. But in my application, there are more than 35 fields. So all these 35 fields are getting updated using the update request. I try to fetch the data. Because what I showed you is here. Uh, I mean, what how I started is that let me show you. So when I try to create my first app, it was only I open the app, I type something, click on the save, and
Hmm?
it saved the value over here. So
Correct.
now using this idea, I try to enhance my app functionality to get the data, and then after setting the value, just send the API call that I show you using the get the token and
Hmm.
using the update
Okay.
functionality. I try to
Okay.
update every field over there. Yes,
Okay,
that is
so
it.
in the headways when we will get the JSON, right? So it will be as a string, right? This custom app, the value will be written as a string, correct?
Yes.
This, yeah. So it will be a string format. Nothing, no HTML appended in that, right?
No, 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 no,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, thanks.
And there was another example as well. I'm not able to show you right now, but I can give you the context. So there was some other functionality like the client wants that yes, this field is perfectly working. We like that field. Now we need a new app where we can we can input some kind of HTML. So as you see that next side on XM Cloud, we don't have like custom HTML that we can find in Sitecore SXA, but you are not able to find in Sitecore XM Cloud. The HTML snippets are not there, HTML are not there, or snippets are not there. So they are using that one as well. So they told us that just provide a app where we can just input our simple HTML over there, and it should populate on the front end. So for that as well, I try to give an option, click on the open app. It shows a big text box, a text area as well, where they can input their small HTML like a banner or something like that one HTML, and click on the save. And on the front end in Next.js, we try to get the data and show that on the page level.
Yeah.
So that also work them.
Yes.
So this
With
was the
another question,
requirement.
can we access this one in the site XM cloud forms? This one? This
Uh,
yeah.
Not right now. No, I don't. I didn't try, but maybe you can check. I have not idea.
Okay, okay, thanks.
I have not tried that because there are multiple options. As I showed you there, when you open that, create your own app, there are a custom field, some other panel as well. But I did not see any kind of form as well, form area as well. But because the form database is different from Sitecore XMC, I guess
Correct.
that is why it's not there.
That's why I was saying, because here you are getting the option the plugin, right? But in the forms,
Yes, there you are not.
without
But maybe
just
in future, if you can get something, maybe they will provide
correct,
the
correct,
functionality.
correct, correct.
But right now, it's not there.
Yeah, thanks, Sumit.
Any other question?
Okay. Still, if you have any questions, you can connect with Sumit anytime. He has already provided you the contact details. And thank you everyone for joining. Sumit, it was a really great session for you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, sure. Thanks everyone for
Thank you,
joining.
Sumit.
Have a great
Thanks.
day.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. Bye.